Right, good morning ladies and gents, welcome to Thursday morning. It's the start of day 4 of hay 2022 and I'm getting buzzed again. So this is one of our other fields that we get for taking hay off. This is about 6 acres in here. Just having a quick look this morning and see if it's dried or not. Hasn't done much last night, but there's a fair breeze. Doesn't look a bad crop out here. But what I wanted to show you is this. So I think these are all vole holes that are down here. If you look on that one, you can see what it's been eating. So one of the actual benefits of making hay and mowing it is that stuff like that actually gets to eat quite a bit, especially before winter. So yeah, it's nice to see a bit of wildlife in here. Unfortunately the voles get eaten by the kestrels and the kites and every other thing that we've got kicking around, but there's plenty of holes for them to run into. There's another one down there, another big hole. So yeah, not bad. Right, go up to the estate and make a plan. And that's a good start. My marker pens decided to explode in my pocket this morning, so cleaning my keys off with a bit of WD. Hopefully it's not going to be one of them days. Right, so last thing last night I tidied this field out. This is the boys' winter field. I've only done pretty much half of it, just to try and get this half dried out. If we don't take anything off this field, we're going to be a bit short of little bales, so kind of needs must. But it is nice grass in here, just not very thick. So it's drying out well. There are one or two little bits of moisture still in it. No, that's not fully dried yet. But we're supposed to be 24 or 26 degrees today in the sunshine, or when that disappears off anyway. So that'll be good. What I might do is fire up the big girl and put the big rake on it and just pull in these outside swaths. And the reason being, one, it gives me a quick go with the big girl and that rake, so I've not put them together before. And secondly, it will pull the hay out of the bottom of the hedges. Generally the wind and the sun doesn't quite get to under the hedges as well. So if I can pull it out, well, that rake's 26 foot wide on its smallest setting. So if I can pull it 13 foot out or so from the hedge line, that will give it a better chance of drying out. So, and it's quite thick around the edge as well, to be fair. So yeah, just get all this. There's a bit of a crest there as well, so gather that and throw it out onto this bit. Makes it easy to ted out as well. So yeah, we're on Thursday today, so if we get a good heat on it today, I might be able to row it up tomorrow morning and probably bale tomorrow afternoon, something like that. So Friday or Saturday, hopefully it'll be, or tomorrow or Saturday, should be about right. Whilst I'm walking up from the hayfield, I might as well show you the river. It's actually fuller than I thought it'd be, since we haven't had any rain for ages. Good sign is if you look at the fishing post down there, kind of a foot below the bottom of them, with summer levels. I thought it'd be a lot lower down. It's been like this for a long time. There's even pondweed starting to grow in the corners. Right, it's the morning routine. Just grease this up because obviously she deserves it. But don't know how well you can see that, but that UJ has gone. Well, she's going to get used for a couple more days. Never mind. Right, so I've just had the rake on the back of that. but we've hit a slight problem. Been round. This is the crappy stuff I mowed off way back a couple of weeks ago. Just wanted it off the rest of the good stuff. And then been round, just put headlands in. But that, wherever it is not from the air brakes. I knew this, to be honest. They're all cracking up and going. She just given out, so annoyingly. I just heard this tss, 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 which definitely wasn't the compressor. So, right, some phone calls to make. Right, so to cheer myself up, I've just come out to turn this, and it's looking and smelling. Now, my smell has pretty much just been destroyed over years, but I can smell it now. It's really nice. Now there is a little bit of green in there, just a little bit, just enough. So I think by the end of today we'll have cracked it. But there's just the odd tuft where the teller's not pulled it up from the last couple of days, like that. It's really green compared to something like that. But hopefully, I mean, that's drying. It's drying pretty well. To get a piece. I've got a couple of ways of checking if it's still wet. One's on the knuckles, seeing if it'll snap on the knuckle. Another one is rubbing my finger up the stem itself, and I can't do it. Okay. So break the end off it, and then literally run your thumbnail up the stem and see what pops up at the end. Nothing coming off that, but it's just a little bit more. And I don't know if you can see the colour, but it's like a nice kind of limey, greeny colour, apart from the odd bit of wet stuff. But yeah, so I reckon that'll do for today, and then we'll roll it up tomorrow. Let's give the contractor a ring, because I want to get him to do the outside swath all the way around, because this is where I put that Envy weed killer on, full of just bits and pieces. I don't really want to sell it to liveries. Plus there'll be a bit of rubbish from off here as well, probably mixed in. So yeah, big bale the outside, gives me a bit more room with little baler as well. And then I've got another field up the lane. It's for him to bale as well, which has got a bit of ragwort in, and again full of thistle and stuff. So right, crack on. Right, so another field tinned, and another problem. It looks like it's going to be a day of flaming tyres going bang. You'll be able to see, but that's my tyre that's gone. Just thought it started getting a bit banging around the back of me, so right, quick nick down. The good thing about having a shitty tyre is I got two shitty tyres to spare, so I can go fix and pull a wheel off one of the spare rotors and put it on. Right, so parked up, brought the truck back down. Lucky got a lift back from someone off the estate, and tyres back on. It's just a shield. So yeah, definitely flat. We've lost the inner tube as well, so hopefully it's not too damaged. But yeah, 20 minutes, half an hour put down time. But let's go. Well, I'm glad I'm not rowing up. Oh, it died out. There's a mini whirlwind. Hey, does the devil job. Oh, it's still good. And now where you can see it. Just coming up now. That'll blur itself out. Been a few of them today.